Hello everyone and welcome back to another BCP library video. My name is Katy and today I'm going to show you how to make these free dinosaur crafts. We have the pterodactyl, we have the baby dinosaur eggs that you can make it look like they are hatching, and we also have this dinosaur diorama that you can make. Feel free to pause the video at any point so you can catch up with what I'm saying, and let's get started, shall we? So first of all, I'm just letting you know that there is an activity pack that you can download in the description below. We have a colouring page with Charlie and the dinosaurs. We also have these mini dinosaurs, some black and white ones, and some coloured ones that you can use for these activities if you want to. And also some big colouring pages. We have a baby diplodocus. And we also have a triceratops. And you can print these out and colour them in with whatever art supplies you have at home. We also have a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And lastly, we have this Parasaurolophus. So just click on the link in the description below and you can download them and print them off yourself. So for the first craft, we're going to need a paper plate, some crayons or pens, some cards, some scissors, glue and some sticky tape. So first of all, we need to take our plate and turn it upside down and colour it in, or you can paint it if you want to paint it. I'm colouring mine in with some crayons. I'm just using one green crayon because I want to make a green pterodactyl. But you can use whatever you like, whatever you have at home. You might have some felt tip pens, it's totally up to you. You can decorate your pterodactyl however you want to. But I'm just going for one colour for this pterodactyl. It might take you a while to colour it in, but when you have, it will look something like this. And then we need to take our piece of card and draw the pterodactyl's head first of all. So it's kind of like a wonky T shape. And then we need to add his eye. You can add a googly eye if you want to. I'm drawing my eye on. And then we need to draw some feet. So you need 4 of these in total. So I'm just drawing 4. And here is the last one. And then you need to colour it in, and I'm going to colour mine in the same colour as I coloured in the plate, but you can colour yours in whatever colour you want to. You can colour them all in different colours. It's totally up to you. So once we have coloured it in, we need to cut it out, and then you have all the pieces of your pterodactyl ready. You need to take your paper plate that you coloured in earlier and then fold it in half. And then you just need a small piece of sticky tape to stick it together, and you can do that at the end here. You can also use a stapler to do this, but be careful if you use a stapler. Then we just need to stick the head on the top here and then stick the feet and the arms in place like that, and you can just use a glue stick to stick it to the plate. And then we have the basic pterodactyl, and I'm going to stick some gem stickers on mine just to make it look that little bit more interesting, but you can draw some patterns on, you can do whatever you want to decorate it. And here is my finished pterodactyl. I also made this one, which I did in lots of colours. I did all of his features in different colours too, and added some sequins and some glitter glue, and he looks very fabulous. But you can do whatever you want for your pterodactyl, so why don't you have a go at making a pterodactyl out of a paper plate? For the next activity, you need some dinosaurs from the activity pack, or you can draw your own, some card, coloured paper, crayons, a lolly stick, some scissors, glue, tape and some sequins if you want to decorate it. So first of all, we need to colour in the dinosaurs. I've printed off the dinosaur sheet and I'm using one of the mini dinosaurs. You can draw your own dinosaur if you want to. There is another BCP library video about how to draw dinosaurs if you want to watch that and draw your own. But you want to make it quite small because it's going to be a baby and it's going to hatch from an egg. So once you have coloured it in, you need to cut it out very carefully. And then you need to put it on your card and draw an egg shape around it. You don't stick it down yet, just draw an egg shape around it, and you need to make sure the egg is quite a bit bigger than the dinosaur so the egg will be able to close fully. So just roughly draw the egg shape on your piece of card like I'm doing here. And then when you've done it, you can cut it out. Again, be very careful with the scissors and make sure you've got someone to help you. And then you need to take a coloured piece of paper. I'm using a red piece of paper for my egg, and I'm drawing around the card that I've just cut out so it will fit on. I'm just drawing around it, and then I'm going to cut it out like I did with the card. There we go, it's all cut out now, and once your paper egg has been cut out, you need to cut along the centre a zigzag pattern to make it look like an egg has hatched. So there we go, just cutting a random zigzag pattern. It doesn't have to be too neat because the whole point is it to make it look like the egg has hatched. Then we need to take our glue stick and glue along two sides of the bottom part, but you need to leave a gap in the middle because that is where the lollipop stick is going to poke through. So then you just need to stick that half down on your card, making sure you leave the gap on the bottom. There we go, and then with the other part of the egg, you need to stick it to the top of the dinosaur's head like I've done here. Now it's time to get our lolly stick and some sticky tape and stick it to the back of your dinosaur, like this. There we go. And then you will be able to place the stick through the egg, like this. This is a little bit fiddly, just because you want to make sure the dinosaur goes inside of the egg. His feet might try and poke over the top, but you just have to be very careful and put it all the way down, and you can trim the edges if your card is a little bit big. So after I had made the egg, I decided to stick some sequins on to decorate it, but you can use stickers, you can just draw some circles or patterns on, it's totally up to you. I just wanted to use sequins. And then we have our finished dinosaur egg that you can make it look like the dinosaur is hatching out of it, like this. And you can move it around and you can make him try and escape the egg to go and get some nice food. I also made this one where I drew the dinosaur myself, but I drew the dinosaur a little bit too big for the egg, so it won't fully close, but that doesn't matter. You can draw a bigger dinosaur so it's always poking out. It still works. And you can also use this as a bookmark. If you take it out of the egg, you can place it in your book, like this, and then you have a dinosaur egg bookmark. So why don't you give it a go yourself? So for the final craft, we're going to need a shoebox, and I also have some random odds and ends of crafting, some cardboard, some felt, coloured paper, cotton wool. I've also got some stones, some fake leaves, some glue and scissors. And you also need some little dinosaurs to put in your diorama. I've printed off the coloured dinosaurs from the activity pack and cut them out very carefully, but you can also draw your own if you want to, it's totally up to you. So first of all, I'm going to get my shoebox, and in the bottom of the shoebox, which will be the side of the diorama, the back of the diorama, then I'm putting some blue felt in as the sky and just sticking it down with some glue. You can use paper, you can paint it if you want to, it's totally up to you. And then I'm adding some broken up cotton wool to the back to make it look like fluffy clouds. You can use paper, you can paint it on. You can use whatever you want to. I'm just giving you some ideas of what you can do for a diorama. Then on the side of the box, or the bottom of the diorama, I'm adding some green felt for the grass. But you can add some paper, you can add some yellow or brown to make it look like dirt or mud, but I thought grass would look good because I'm going to add some stones so it would give it a nice contrast. So I'm just sticking down the grass now. But again, you can paint it if you don't want to stick it on. You can use whatever you want to personalise your own dinosaur diorama. So now I'm adding some fake leaves, which I've got in my craft supplies. You might not have anything like this, but you can use some real leaves if you want to, or cut out some leaf shapes. It's totally up to you. Or again, you can paint some leaves on. Just be as creative as you like. So when I had stuck all of these down, I left it to dry and I made some volcanoes by cutting out some cardboard and adding strips of colour paper for the lava, and I added one of the dinosaurs to it. And now I'm making some trees. I've got 2 strips of cardboard and I'm cutting out some leaves out of green paper, and sticking the leaves on. I've made these strips of cardboard quite long because I'm going to fold it, which will allow me to stick it to my diorama later. So I've just added the leaves and there we have 2 trees. So now it's time to stick the volcanoes into our diorama. So I'm just putting some glue on the back, and I'm using school glue for most of this because it's a little bit stronger. So I'm putting my volcano in the back because during the time of the dinosaurs there were lots of volcanoes, and if you want to, there is another BCP library video with some volcano activities if you want to learn about volcanoes. So now I'm folding my tree and sticking it down, and I've weighed it down with some rocks or little stones, and I'm just sticking the dinosaur to the tree with a glue stick. The Triceratops, he's going to go there. We have the T-Rex in the background. And now we're having this dinosaur. I've made a little tab that I've stuck to his foot and folded it in half, and it then sticks to the felt so he stands up. And I'm adding some rocks again to weigh him down, and just so it looks like he's emerging from the rocks. There we go. And this is my finished diorama. I've added things like some sandpaper to make it look like dirt. I've added some holographic card to make a little rock pool. I've added more rocks, and I've stuck my dinosaurs in. But you can do whatever you want with your diorama. You can draw your own dinosaurs, you can paint it, or you can even add some dinosaur toys that you have. So those are the free dinosaur crafts. Don't forget you can find a link in the description for the activity pack and some dinosaurs to use for your crafts. There's also a video in the description about volcanoes and a how to draw a dinosaur video if you want to learn how to draw dinosaurs. But that is all for this BCP library video, and we'll see you in another one very soon.